For you to fully understand your lesson, you can read again your learning activity sheet. Your teacher will wait for your questions or queries about your lesson for today through text messages, messenger, and emails. For your next lesson, we will be exploring more on literature, so be prepared for more exciting and fun-filled activities. Make sure to always tune in Pulse radio station, 106.3 FM Dance Radio, where learning is amazing. Again, I am your host for today, Teacher Nina Jenny C. Guillermo, leaving you an inspirational quote of life from an unknown author. Positive attitudes create positive outcomes. Now, signing off.
Language,
Grammar and Literature.
a program that will develop your vocabulary.
Comprehension. Critical and analytical skills.
This is the English Learning Area. Only here on 106.3, the WDRFM Dance Radio.
Where learning is amazing.
Dance Radio, silid aralan sa radyo, hatid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
Okay, learners, thank you for staying with us, and we hope that your learnings today will make you more profitable as it best. Hello, I'm Teacher Dennis Mendoza. This is week 4 of your RBI lesson. And again, with me are my fellow English 9 educators, Teacher Jarlene Munar, Teacher Venus Lintao, and Teacher Rosabel Brillo. And for the review of our lesson, here is Teacher Rosabel Brillo.
Hello. Good morning once again to my 9 Banabar and 9 Camagong. Teacher Jarlene.
To my 9 Nara and 9 Rutherford. Hello.
Hello also to my 9 Acacia and to my 9 Almasiga. Naka-open.
Okay. So, thank you very much, teachers. Yes, today is a wonderful Thursday full of fun and exciting activities. In our RBI lesson, we shall be airing our lesson in English, or we are done airing our lesson in English 9, titled Staying Positive. The main objectives of today's lesson are be able to judge the validity of the evidence listened to and get familiar with the things to remember when going through tough times in life. So we hope that you're going to stay with us until the end of this episode. Expect a lot of interesting learning activities. So kindly prepare now your modules. Grade 9, I would like you to bring out your modules or your last week 4. At sundan kami. Okay? All right. So you have just heard our lesson in RBI, staying positive. This topic shows that we shall be having another interesting discussion for today. Recall of the previous lesson will be given by yours truly. Delving deeper on the previous lesson will be discussed by Teacher Jarlene. Yours truly will be discussing updates on COVID-19 as a motivation part, after which Teacher Venus will present a vocabulary activity. After yours truly Teacher Rosa will present the first 3 mindsets to have during COVID-19 outbreak. And the last 2 mindsets will be discussed by Teacher Venus. And the summary of today's lesson will be given by Teacher Jarlene. So, last time, we tackled about, or just few hours ago, we talked about the death of a salesman. For you to understand the play very well, I'll be presenting pictures which will help you recall the major events of the play. So in our screen, you can see the picture of Willie Loman, the salesman. Willie Loman was one of the best salesmen in the town. He earned a lot to support the needs of the family. This salesman was exposed to different clients as well as pretty ladies. So he wasn't able to resist temptations. Consequently, he had another woman. Then, the next picture is Beef's report card, one of the 2 sons of Willie. Beef's report card grades were all failed. He could not focus in his schooling because he wanted to play football. That added the salesman stresses. Next, the salesman has a lot of bills to pay. He could no longer support his family's needs. That made the family's problems even worse. And you can see on the screen a wrecked car. After many years of struggling, the aging salesman lost his job. Nobody liked to hire him anymore, and at the midst of his confusion, the old salesman drove his car and met an accident that caused his tragic death.
Okay, so if you were the salesman, how could you stay positive? You lost your job and yet you have to pay a lot of bills. Teacher Venus.
Okay, Teacher Jarlene, if I were the salesman, Mr. Loman, I will look for another job. Discuss the family situation to the members of the family, and somehow they can help earn for a living and practice thriftiness to be able to pay lesser bills.
That's right. The salesman has 2 sons who can already earn a living. The wife can also run a small business and plant vegetables that lessen the expenses. The salesman should have stayed positive in overcoming challenges in the family.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Jarlene and Teacher Venus, who have just given a short review of the lesson taken up a while back. I think you are now ready to discuss with us our new lesson. You are expected to judge the validity of the evidence listened to. You listened a while back in our radio RBI lesson. You will be answering tasks later on to validate what you have listened to. Now we study this illustration. What does this illustration mean? What does it show? This statistics shows that COVID cases in the country had its second wave from April to May 2021 that reached 16,000 positive cases. Based on this illustration, how can we stay positive? The situation showed this illustration is alarming. To stay positive, remain calm, don't panic, just follow the health protocols. Make this pandemic a chance to be with our family and to get closer with God. Teacher Venus prepared a vocabulary activity. What are we going to do, Teacher Venus?
Okay, my dear grade 9 learners, I'll be presenting a vocabulary activity. The title of the lesson is Staying Positive. So you are going to give the real meaning of staying positive. Staying positive in life, especially in times of troubles. So to stay positive means to be blank. It is a 10-letter word, starts with letter O, and ends with letter C. It is to handle difficult circumstances. So, ano ang sagot po natin? Grade 9 learners, you could comment your answer in our chat box. Comment your answers with your name and section. Okay, so it is a 10-letter word. Starts with letter O and ends with letter C. Give the real meaning of staying positive. It is to handle difficult circumstances. Okay, so we have here correct answer. Oh, 7 from 7 SPJ. Ashley Timoteo, congratulations. He answered optimistic. That is correct. Okay. Congratulations, Ashley. Another vocabulary is mindset. The book accurately captures the mindset of the teenage girl. Mindset means way of blank. Okay, ilang letter po ito? 2, 8. Tama ba, teacher?
Yes, and
It is an 8-letter word. Starts with letter T and ends with letter G. Ano ang sagot natin? Grade 9 learners. Kanina, grade 7 yung nanalo. Okay, so we have Melee Angko from 9 SPJ. Congratulations. She answered thinking. Okay, mindset means way of thinking.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Venus. Congratulations to the winners. Based on the listening text, there are 5 positive mindsets to have during the coronavirus outbreak. Number 1, problem that can be encountered during the pandemic is being quarantined. Okay, nasubukan o naranasan natin lahat ito. What mindset can we have not to get bored during quarantine? We can do something productive like discovering your talents in playing musical instruments, sports like chess or dama, arts in gardening like planting vegetables. The second problem brought about by this pandemic is risk of contamination